Well, as you can see, I'm back at the courthouse, and this is a thank you for the prayers video. A couple of weeks ago, I told you about going to the ear doctor and losing my hearing, and ended up what happened was they said, well, many times that won't come back, but we can give you this one shot. It's very painful and it makes the world spin for a few minutes, and it did, and it was. And it has a chance of helping you. But also, I came to the courthouse and filmed the video. The courthouse is where you go for a higher power, and that's what I wanted you to do for me, was to go to a higher power. I can serve the Lord with one ear, but so many people have soft voices, and they're giving me questions in a quiet situation, and they don't speak very loud, and it's hard to hear even with regular hearing at age 60. But I want you to know what happened after you prayed and after I made that video. In fact, as soon as I made the video and was putting the tripod up, I got a phone call from a friend in my small group, and he said, Steve, I had the same thing happen to me at 10 a.m. June the 19th, 2007. Haven't heard a thing since then. And we talked a minute. He was just trying to encourage me that you can live in those circumstances and make it and be okay. It's difficult, but it's possible. And he said, can you hear anything at all out of that ear? And I said, well, I couldn't before. Let me put the phone to, he said the phone was a good test. Put the phone right to your ear and see if you can hear anything. I said, okay, keep talking. I'll put the phone to my ear. Now, this is less than 24 hours after putting it on the prayer list and having the shot. And so I put the phone to my ear, and I heard a high-pitched squeaking noise, kind of like, so I put the phone back to my good ear, and I said, well, actually, brother, I could hear some squeaking. And so he said, well, that's a good sign. I never heard another thing out of that ear. I never did again. And so a few hours later, I was home, and my wife was home, and I asked her to call me, and I walked outside, and I could hear every word she said. It was already better. And the prayers were helping, or the medicine was helping, or both. And so as a few days went on, and people were praying, other people were finding out about it and praying. I don't know if God saves all those prayers in bowls like it says in Revelation, but I think He does, and maybe the prayers kind of filled to the top. Anyway, a couple of mornings my ears popped and things got better. Also spoke at a church in the Dallas Metroplex, and it was a charismatic church. They wanted to lay their hands on my ear and pray for me, and they did, and it just got better every day. And so I was scheduled for 2 more of those painful shots, and when I took a hearing test the weekend after you all started praying for me, and the test showed I only had mild hearing loss, which I probably had even before this happened. And I could hear so much better, and I was just so thankful for the response. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that was just good medicine and good timing and lucky, but I don't give the credit to luck. I give the credit to the Lord. In fact, in 2 Chronicles 16, there's a king named Asa who had a foot disease, and it said he only sought the doctor's help, so he died. Well, I'm going to seek the doctor's help because I have access to it, but I'm going to also seek the Lord's help, and I'm actually going to give the Lord the majority of the credit on this, and that means your prayers made a difference in my life. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for helping with the restoration, and keep praying, because prayer works. God loves you, and I love you, especially now that you prayed for me and helped me get my hearing back. Have a good day.